In Ireland, automatic milking needs to work within a grass-based system of farming. This is a map of the automatic milking system farm at Moorepark. The farm is separated into 3 farmlets, each of approximately the same size. We operate a 3-way system of grazing, also known as ABC system. Cows have access to a new block of fresh grass every 8 hours. Each cow has to pass through the milking yard before progressing to the new block of fresh grass. The gate time changes are between midnight and 8 a.m, 8 a.m and 4 p.m, and 4 p.m and midnight. So once trained, the cows decide themselves to leave the paddock and go to the milking yard voluntarily. The cows move through the system as individuals and pass each other, going opposite directions in the passageways. Due to the voluntary nature of the system and the lack of herding, cows will select their own path as they make their way from the paddock to the milking yard, and therefore passageways can be narrowed so that the space required is enough for 2 cows to pass each other. A key point when integrating automatic milking with a grass-based system of farming is that the fresh grass in the next grazing block gives the cow the incentive to leave the paddock she is in and go to the paddock with new grass. In order to access the new grass, she has to pass through the milking yard. With the ABC system, the cow passes through the yard 3 times per day, and there are 3 opportunities to draft her for milking when milking is due. To achieve voluntary movement of cows between grazing blocks, the precise allocation of grass is critical. In the Moorepark automatic milking farm, we aim to have cows entering the paddock at a cover of 1,500 kilograms of grass dry matter per hectare, and to allocate 5 to 6 kilograms of dry matter per cow in each of the 3 grazing blocks in each 24-hour period. To optimise cow movement from block to block, a post-grazing height of 4 centimetres is targeted. This can be achieved by precise grazing management. This is a map of the yard layout. There are 3 separate entry points from each block. There is a non-return gate at each entry point that prevents a cow returning to the field once she enters the outer yard. In this example, a cow is entering the yard from block A through a non-return Texas gate. From the outer yard, all cows must pass through a pre-selection gate. All cows have an ID tag on their left front leg. They are initially identified by a sensor that scans this ID tag. Other AMS manufacturers use an ID tag on a collar located on the neck of the cow. In this example, once the cow is identified, the automatic milking system determines that she is due for milking and she is admitted to the milking yard. This example demonstrates that the gates are selective, allowing individual decisions for each cow. In this instance, both are not due for milking and are directed along the bypass lane to the post-selection gate and are allowed straight out to grass. The automatic milking unit milks 1 cow at a time. Once finished, the previous cow exits through the front gate and the next cow enters through the back gate. There is also a sensor in the automatic milking unit that detects the ID tag on the cow's leg once she enters the unit. Once identified, the robot arm moves into its pre-programmed position for that cow, and at the same time, the cow is receiving the correct portion of her feed for that milking. The amount of feed and the rate of feed distribution throughout the duration of milking can be preset for each cow. In Moorepark, we offer 0.5 kg of concentrate per cow per day, and the cow will receive up to 50% of this allowance at each milking. The teat brushes clean each teat individually. Once the teat brushes are removed, the cluster must be attached. A laser is used to determine the accurate location of each teat before cluster attachment. Each teat cup is attached to each teat individually. Once all teat cups are attached, the teat brushes are sprayed with fresh peracetic acid in preparation for the next cow. During the milking process, a number of parameters are recorded. They include milk volume, milk protein, fat and lactose, milk conductivity, which is an indicator of somatic cell count, the colour and temperature of the milk, the cow live weight, the amount of concentrate eaten and left behind, the time spent in the unit, the time and date of the milking, the number of steps the cow has taken since the last visit. This data is used to alert the farmer of potential issues and can direct him or her in their management decisions. During the milking process, a control panel on the robot arm highlights the milking status of each quarter. This control panel is also used to manually position the arm and save the coordinates when each cow is first introduced to the automatic milking unit. The white containers you see to the left are used to collect either colostrum or milk that is to be discarded following veterinary treatment. Each teacup is removed individually once the quarter has finished milking. Once all teacups have finished milking, the teats are sprayed. The arm moves out from under the cow. The cluster is then washed and the cow leaves the milking unit. She then makes her way towards the post-selection gate. Her ID tag is scanned by the sensor, and in this example, she exits out to block A. In this example, the cow exits out to block B. The cows make their own way back to the paddock that is appropriate for that time of day.